What was your best Valentine's Day together?
I guess when we got engaged. We got engaged on Valentine's Day. 30 years ago.
Oh, wow.
No, maybe 32 years ago because we planned our wedding for a year and a half.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Karen Hill,
Anthony Hill,
age 56.
age 59.
Definitely not 56.
Definitely not 56.
Definitely
Your mother
50.
don't do it.
Definitely 58.
Am I 58?
If Dad 59, what do you think you were?
Oh, I guess I'm 58.
So how long have you guys been together?
Since we were 18 or 19 years old.
I was 20.
Okay.
And Mom was 19?
And I was 19, okay.
So how long is that?
I'm not sure.
Who
I lose
knows?
count.
Add it
37 years.
Okay, so now how long have you guys been married?
30 years.
Has it been 30 years?
30 years.
Has it been 30 years? How old am I? Okay, all right.
We got married in 1991.
1991, okay, of June 15th, 1991. Got it, okay.
We sit here now is January 2022.
Okay. How did you guys meet?
We worked together.
Uh,
Sears
Yeah, Sears.
on the boulevard.
Okay. That's where y'all met, Dad?
Shipping and handling and receiving.
Okay.
Hey, we met at the library. We both shared a common job at the Philadelphia Library where we had to go to trainings once a month. We didn't really know much about each other. We would just see each other in passing.
Yeah, definitely the library. We were in high school. Right? Yeah, we were in high school. We met at the library. We worked there. I think he messaged me on Facebook. I don't
You
know.
put all my business out there like that.
They said, how did we meet? And yeah, that was that.
How was the first date?
I can't even remember. How was the first date?
I guess it was okay.
And clearly it wasn't well.
So y'all who asked who out? Y'all just met? Y'all just, who asked who out?
Not too long ago, I believe.
Oh, wow. Dad, you ain't asked Mom out?
He must have asked me out because I don't think I asked him out.
Okay.
Our first date was at Applebee's in high school. I felt like the first date was solid, with the Applebee's,
Yeah, we were.
Got some plain food.
How old was I? I think we were 17 and 18. Like I was about to start my senior year of high school, and he was about to start go off to college. We met up at Applebee's downtown. I actually think they're closed now. We got the 2 for $20.
Yep. Save that coin.
But yeah, I felt like the first date was good. I honestly didn't even want to go. If it wasn't for my best friend saying oh, just go, at least, get the meal out of it, I honestly probably wouldn't have went because I had canceled on him many times before that. But yeah, it wasn't bad. We met up downtown. I think he walked me to the bus after, and yeah.
Y'all stay consistent, young guys.
When did you realize y'all were, they were the one? Well, let's ask Dad. Dad, when did you realize that Mom was the one? Anything, man.
Once she said yes.
When you proposed and when she said
Yeah,
yes?
I had a good feeling about it.
Okay. So, Mom, when did you realize that Dad was the one?
I guess I should have been thinking about my answer. Well, we dated for a long time, and I guess I realized he was the one maybe about 6 months in.
To dating?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
I would say I probably really realized that during my college years, just because how our friendship was, how we just bonded as friends, and we pretty much were always together, hanging out and bonding, and my best friend pretty much. So
Same. I would say probably maybe like my senior year of college, or like right after I had graduated. Like he said, we had that bond. We were friends. And we were talking about moving in together, and I wouldn't have considered moving in with someone, if I didn't think that like they were the one.
Who said I love you first? And where was it when you guys said it?
So you're asking us to remember over 40 years ago who said I love you first. I really don't remember.
Do you think it was you?
Maybe.
You said you loved Dad first?
I don't remember. I just told you it was over 40-something years ago. We've been married.
Dad,
30.
you don't remember if you told Mom you loved her first?
I might have, but it was such a long time though.
Oh, wow.
That was a long time.
Yeah.
Dinosaur ages.
Yes.
It was
Okay.
mutual though, so.
It was mutual? Okay. Or both of y'all neither one of y'all probably said it.
I feel like I definitely said it first.
you definitely did say it first.
But I don't remember where or when. But it definitely, I know it was me. I don't remember circumstances around it. But like my sophomore year or my junior year.
Maybe it was like I think it was like your sophomore year. I think I was a junior. Yeah, I don't remember exactly when. It definitely was during college though, and I definitely know she said it first because she was a kid. So,
Bye.
so yeah.
What's the most adventurous thing you guys have done so far?
For me,
Yeah, for you.
it was that zip lining.
Zip line.
Oh, for both of y'all? Wow,
Yes.
that wasn't that long ago. That was
Yeah.
Zip
that was
line.
months ago.
That's adventurous.
That was very adventurous.
Out of your whole life together, out of those 40 years that y'all just said, zip
That's the
lining
most
6
recent
months ago.
thing.
Recent.
That's
6
the-
months ago.
That's the most recent
adventurous.
traumatic thing that we can remember.
Okay. All right.
That wasn't that you considered an adventure.
Okay.
Definitely ziplining. We went ziplining in Jamaica for my 25th birthday. I was scared to death. That was the first time either one of us did it. Because you never went ziplining before that, right?
No, that was my first time ziplining in Jamaica. So yeah, I would say when we was in the Poconos when we got stuck in the snow.
That wasn't adventurous. That was a bad circumstance.
But it was adventurous because we really had to make it out the snowstorm.
I guess. I still say ziplining.
We travel a lot, so we do a lot of excursions and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Ziplining was, to me, that was like the most adventurous, out of the ordinary. Not out of the ordinary, but like something new that we tried.
we did horseback riding too in Jamaica, which was like a first for the both of us.
Oh yeah, that was kind of scary too.
That was pretty cool.
What do you guys consider marriage challenges?
When you're young, challenges is financial. When you're young, you have a lot of financial challenges, and when you introduce children into the picture, that adds to the challenging parenting and finances.
Because you want to give your children the best and better than what you had. That's the way I saw it. I'm not saying that I had a disappointing childhood. I had a great childhood, and I wanted to give my children better, if there's such a thing as a better childhood. But you have a lot of uncertainties when you're young and starting a family. A lot of uncertainties of how, a lot of uncertainties of what you should do. And being a parent, you find out it's a ongoing job.
Okay. What's the best part about being married?
Now, you get to enjoy it more because the uncertainties and wondering how you're going to make it, the obstacles were, a challenge. But now it's it's more enjoyable because you see your children are older, and being together is more enjoyable because it's less tension.
And the stress of finances raising children, and they are removed when you get older because you raise your children. I mean, that does not ever mean that the worry about your children ever goes away, because it don't. But thank God both of our children are financially stable. We don't have to worry about their finances. And then another thing I just wanted to say is, when you're married and you have small children, if I would say to a younger married couple, you need to remember your spouse, because mothers wrap themselves so much up into their children that your spouse still needs attention too. So if I was to say to a younger person, take that time out for your spouse, and you shouldn't feel guilty about it. And even a mom, take that time out for yourself, because mom is a 24-hour thankless job.
Mm-hmm.
And so as a young mom, don't feel guilty when you take time out for yourself, because it's okay. And then also take that time out for your spouse as well. I never forget that when we went to our marriage and counselor, the marriage counselor told us when we got married to make sure we continue to date each other once a month. And I think we did a good job of trying to date at least once a month, because for us, babysitters were always available.
Yeah, parents,
aunts, cousins. So we didn't have a problem finding babysitters to take the time out for one another. And that's also very important.
Okay.
I wouldn't say challenges, but really just making sure that you really just have to communicate, and it's something to work at. Like we haven't had any we've been married for 8 months so far.
Feels like a lifetime though.
It does.
It really feel like a lifetime.
It'll be a year in May. But yeah, we haven't really had any significant challenges. Not to say that they're not gonna come, but I don't know. Sometimes we get in our little tiffs, but it's never anything serious or significant. It's more so petty stuff or stuff around the house. But yeah, I don't know. I would just say really keeping communication open, and
I would say just you gotta continue to date the person, because when you with somebody for a while, you can get comfortable and you can tend to just not really try to spice it up in dates, bed, a lot of stuff. So you really had to put effort in with everything. Let's just the little things. I would say just having a lifelong travel buddy, and a person that just always got my back, and just living with your best friends is dope in general. So
I was gonna say consistent dick appointments. No, but yeah, just I don't know, really being with your best friend. Which I mean, you don't have to be married to live with your best friend or travel with them. But I don't know, marriage is just a different level of commitment. It feels different. I don't know how to explain it. It's just it's a different feeling. It's top tier.
Yeah, it's definitely peak exclusiveness, is what I would say.
So were you guys on agreement on the number of kids you wanted to have?
Yes.
And when did you know you were done having kids?
When we agreed on two.
Two. Regardless if it was 2 girls or 2 boys, fortunately it was boy girl, where both I think was happy and content with the boy and the girl. But I think we'd have been either way happy, boy or girl, or 2 girls or 2 boys.
And I think if we would have had a third child, it was not like it would have been a deal breaker. Mm-hmm. But we did not start our family when we were 24, 25. So 2 kids at the age we had them at, we were fine with it till we both agreed.
You were in agreement.
Yeah,
3, right?
Sure. Yeah. No.
All right, no, we're in agreement on 2. Lately I've been saying 3, and he's like, no. And honestly, I might have 2 and be like, yeah, that's it. But I don't know. I like 3 is just a good number. But we're definitely in agreement about 2. I would be okay with 2.
Yeah, I say 2. If a third was happening, I'm like, damn, money about to, coin is definitely about to be spent. A wife and 3 kids, shoot, sheesh.
Bro.
Yeah. So I would say 2.
2 kids.
Is there anything weird or crazy that made you think twice about dating or like being with them? Like someone farted by accident or something like this? Or any bad habits that you didn't like, or any quirks, So both of y'all was just perfect, huh? Nobody did anything.
You get over those things pretty quickly.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would say.
those things
What were
are
they?
minor.
What were they?
All right, let's just say if I thought this should have been clean or done this time at this time, or I
Did
was
someone
late
like chew weird?
I was late getting the kids or picking you guys up from the babysitter house. They were small things that could have caused interruption, but it didn't. We stayed this course. I had a habit going out, venturing out, and let her do the more nurturing and raising instead of. But those didn't knock us off course, so I thank God for that.
But was there anything like, Mom, like you didn't like the way Dad chewed, or like you didn't like the way he wore his clothes, or something like that? Like
No.
nothing like that.
His habit, and he still does it today, is he wraps himself up in covers and pull the covers off.
Yeah.
He still does that today.
Okay.
It's just how he sleeps.
I don't know. I feel like we both have like habits that get on each other's nerves, but it was nothing like when we were dating that was like a red flag to me. Like that was like, oh no, I can't deal with this. Like it's this little stuff like Jalen leaves water all around the sink, or leaving empty containers in the fridge or the cabinets. But like that's nothing that would make me be like, oh my God, I can't do this.
Sometimes I wake up and I don't make the bed right away. Nia always leave dishes in the sink. That drives me crazy. That's probably about it. Or like, girls just have a lot of like, they can be pretty messy in the bathroom when they're like doing their hair and stuff. So that's like a little. I guess it's a little thing that would annoy me.
they're messy. Bye.
Where do you see yourselves in 5 years if you had to paint a picture?
Paint a picture in 5 years. Where I like to be.
Mm-hmm.
I would be 64. Hopefully my health will still be good. Probably still be here, residing here at this residence, but I would like to have a summer home.
Okay. How about you, Mom?
God keep us both in good health. In 5 years, I would enjoy a summer home as well as continue to try to travel if God gives us.
In 5 years, I'll be 33. I don't know. I see us with 2 kids. Definitely a house by then. It sounds cliche, but like I really see us with 2 kids, a dog, and a house in the suburbs, and more money and more trips.
Yeah, I would say the same. I would say us like flourishing in our careers, traveling more, because always gotta make time for that. Treat yourself, people. Kids in the house, yeah. That hit on the nose. I feel like we got married pretty young, so there's not much left to really do other than get a house.
And have kids.
Any advice for young couples?
Any more than what we've already given? I would say, to me, I would think that the best advice I can probably say is to make sure that you are evenly yoked. Life is going to be hard. Things are going to come your way. And you need to always have your spouse back. When children and all that are introduced into your relationship, things will change whether you want them to or not. They will definitely change. But agree on how you want to raise your kids. These things should kind of be discussed before marriage. If you have a spiritual or a religious background, those things should be discussed before introducing children into it. Your father and I were blessed in that aspect, because when we got married, these were things we didn't know then. He was raised with a Jewish background. I've always had a Christian background. Thank God he came to church a couple of times to see you guys involved in things in church. The Lord pricked his heart. But those things you think are minor, I don't care. I'm not raising my kids for religion. I'm not raising my kids with that. Either way, that's something that should be agreed upon. How you want to raise your kids. Like all those little things that can cause turmoil later. Your finances, like that to me should never be, I'm not going to say it shouldn't be a deal breaker, but I think that you have to learn to have your spouse back in anything that comes down, because in 2008 he got hurt. He was always the breadwinner in the family. 2008 he got hurt. He hurt his arm. He lost his job. He could not work for 2 years. That wasn't my time to say, well, you're useless, you're not good for this, you're not good for that, if you're not leading the household again. Because even though financially he wasn't the man of the house, and that's one thing these younger women need to know, you need to let the man be the man. And being a man is not, I pay for this, I pay for this, I pay for that. Being a man is leading his household. So, you need to learn to let men be the men, and stop trying to be both the man and the woman, and thinking the only way he's the man if he's providing financially. When he didn't have his job, when he lost his job, that hurt him. But he turned that around. He started cleaning and doing everything in the house. So when I got home, that's how he actually learned how to cook and do laundry, because he had to be doing something to help out in the household. And then here we go, a year or two after that, the jobs they were offering him was not a job that he could take for a family. So he started his own business. And God has blessed him. He does very well now in his own business. But that's what I would say. I would just say, when they say stick together in good times, bad, sickness and health, good times is going to come, bad times is going to come, sickness is going to come. All of those things are going to come. And when you take a vow to do all of that, stick to them.
Definitely to not settle. Like, if you have, if you know what you want and you have standards, I don't believe in lowering those standards. But also, like, give yourself grace, give your partner grace, because no one person is going to have exactly everything you want. And that doesn't necessarily mean that you're settling. But no one's 100% perfect.
I would say compromise. Like, there's a lot of things you just want to compromise on. Like, I'm pretty sure if this was just Nia's place that alone, like, the whole apartment would be pink. So
definitely,
it's just it's just little things like that, and like definitely
communication. I think is a big one too. Like, just not even just having like big deep talks, but just making sure you're communicating on a daily, communicating what you want, what you need, what you feel like could be done better. Like, your partner's not a mind reader. And yeah, just really being like just nice to each other. Like, nice and kind to each other. Like, making sure you're going on dates. Like, nobody wants to Netflix and chill in the house all the time. Yeah, I don't know. I definitely feel like, in my opinion, your partner should be your best friend. Like, I've heard of a lot of couples dating and they don't even like each other. And you might not like them all the time. Sometimes it gets like that. But I definitely feel like you need that foundation of friendship. Like, you should feel like your partner is your best friend.
Yeah, definitely make time for each other and compromise and just basically kind of be selfless in different ways is what I would say.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
All right. And last but not least, what is on your bucket list to do?
What's on your bucket list, babe?
Together, I suppose.
If I could make it to Hawaii.
Okay.
Just one time.
Okay. All right.
I don't know how.
And that's I think we could do Hawaii, and that's more so of medical reasons than financially.
Mm-hmm.
Financially, we already know how to put our money aside to travel, but it's more of health reasons why.
Is that on your bucket list?
It is a thing on my bucket list.
Okay.
But my main bucket list is to God to bless me to see my grandkids and enjoy life with my family continuing to grow, and then the most important thing is with a sound mind and good health.
Okay.
Can I say one thing?
Mm-hmm.
When Mom spoke about my religion background and
Make it quick.
whatnot. I didn't know it then, but knowing it now, and I thank her for it. I really believe training your kids up in the house of God is the best way to go. That's just what I believe. It's the best way to go. Give them foundation so they won't fall for certain things by peers, other kids, and then they know who they are, so they won't disappoint. And they grow with that fear of not fear of people, but fear of disappointing your parents, and that carries over, not only disappointing your parents, but also you had that mindset you don't want to disappoint God. So train them, the kids up in the house of God, the way they should go, and Scripture never fails. I've now learned that Scripture is authentic, and it never comes back different. It always come out to it always come out with existence. It always come out with existence. When you train them up, you in the house of in the Word. That word will not come back void. You won't be disappointed.
All right. Thanks, Dad.
Yeah.